Hey, so the question is, Dr. Nima, how did you come up with the overview method? What's it all about?
Well, the overview method is a distillation of several different methods that I was doing just as a personal, kind of for my own personal development. And I came up with it first and foremost. I was introduced to the concept of your perceptions being able to be shifted and having a change in your physiology, a change in your life by Dr. John Demartini. And when I learned of his method, the Demartini method, I decided I was going to dedicate my life to studying it. So I would take all of his advanced courses. Over the past 10 years, I've been a facilitator of John Demartini's method. And when you know something and when you've spent enough time with somebody, anyone, look at my family, for example. When you ask them, you spent enough time with me, they'll be able to tell you my limitations. And so one of the things that I discovered with John's work was that its main limitation was how cumbersome it was and how long it was, and the length of time and the degree of difficulty of the time investment makes it less likely for you to actually do the work, which is life-changing. And I highly recommend, I tell all my students that, if you really want to go to the advanced levels, go check out John Demartini's work. Then, so what kept happening is I kept, still researching other methods, and then I came up with, I saw Byron Katie's work and Andrew Bernstein's work, which was a spin-off of Byron Katie's work. And the thing I really, really loved about their work was that they have a worksheet. They have a worksheet that's start to finish. That's question number 1, 2. So it's kind of like you run through their method, and it actually really you can see a shift from before and after. So spending time with their work, I noticed a few limitations. The limitations that I found was that it doesn't honor the concept of the duality that the Demartini method does. So the whole idea behind all of these methods, the reason why they work, is because whatever's stressing you out, what you can do is that it takes you outside of that, looking down from what I call, an overview perspective, and then saying, okay, I see that you have a story, and look at that story, but let's put that story aside just for a minute. Just for 1 minute, let's detach emotionally from your story. Now go over here and let's look at another side. Let's look, was there other things involved? Was there another perception or a perspective that you're just not seeing because you're so emotionally attached? And the action of you doing that causes you to grow in conscious awareness. That's why all of them work to a certain degree. But the reason why I took it a little bit further, because the limitations of one was a strength of another, and the strength of one, and the limitations of this one was a strength of another. So what I did was I took the best of each, and I noticed that the thing I love most about what I do with the overview method is that we make it event-based. It's based on specific events that happen, because let's face it, if you're stressed about something, it's probably because of an event that just happened. So whether it was an abusive event in your past that you're burying, whether it was an event like over the past few weeks where you just had a breakup, a heartbreak, a loss, you got fired from a job, relationship issues, an argument, a conflict that's going on, they're usually they're generated by events. So the overview method is event-based. It has an emotional charge or stress meter before and after, which you don't have with John's, which was one of the limitations of John's. And it is feeling-based, just like we got from Byron Katie and Andrew Bernstein. So I've taken a few of all of them and distilled it, and because I'm really inspired by the concept of overview, of the fact that when astronauts go into outer space, they come back shifted, you do the same thing when you actually go through the process. And so the last step that's completely different is question number 12, called Creature to Creator, which is my own spin of it. So it's everything that I've taken and learned from my mentors, and then kind of put my own flair into it, and that's the creativity side. That's, with this new insight, what creative action are you going to do, whether it's through business, whether it's a thank you letter, whether it's a rap song. So I like to express my creativity in the performing arts. So that's how I do it, whereas other people are going to be doing it differently. So that's the main difference, and that's how I came up with it.
Awesome. And so who would this technique be ideal for?
It would be ideal for anyone looking for a shortcut, because I'm lazy, I'm extremely lazy, a shortcut to dissolving their stress. If you're going through something, if you find that you have to be meditating all the time and you're stressed about it, something, and you've got to meditate to keep balanced, or you need to run, otherwise you just can't, function, or you're just going through a divorce, or you're going through a major transition in your life, or you don't know who it is you are or what it is that you're doing, and you'd like to just kind of like move towards a life of creativity and service, that you feel stuck, if you're stressed out about anything, or you feel sick even, if you have an illness, depression, anxiety, then you are an ideal candidate to learn this method, and it's a shortcut. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying it's a shortcut to clearing the path to from where you are now to where you would love to be by first becoming grateful.
Excellent.
Science of gratitude.
I love it. That's great. So, okay, just wanted to let you guys know we're having Nima come to Atlanta. We're having a seminar. We're starting with a public talk on April 9th. We're having another talk for chiropractors on the 10th, and then the actual event.
There's a link. I guess there'll probably be a link provided here. So all of the events that are going to be close to you, wherever you are in the world, you can check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'd love to do a Skype response.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you soon, Melissa.
Thank you.